Welcome everybody to our pre-alpha playthrough. I'm
Hi, everybody.
joined
Hi,
by
everyone.
Mr. Jeff Bard
That's me.
and Mr. Peter Pettigrew. I mean Peter Pepperone.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
All right, we're running through this city. This is a nice area. Where are we at, Jeff?
Yeah, so hopefully this looks familiar to some people who have been playing our Actions of Creation Apocalypse product. This is actually kind of a test that we did where we pulled over all of the MMO stuff that we've been working on over to this map to kind of show you guys like how easy it is for us to swap between game modes kind of in our production process.
Right. And that's because our Alpha 1 map is still under construction. We are getting that ready for Alpha 1 that's coming up soon.
And it's also kind of cool to see this map from this perspective. You know, we kind of built it with an MMO in mind, but this was kind of a cool way to see it from a new point of view.
I see we have a quest here that we're grabbing, discarding Fate's Hand.
Yeah, so right now we, the Empyrean and the Kalar have just entered into an alliance, and this quest is going to kind of run us through some of the agreements and obligations that are a part of that alliance. So we're going to help these guys out. We're going to go deliver a package to a town down the road by the name of Grimsale. So yeah.
Now it's telling me not to break the seal, but can I break the seal but then like breathe on it to put the seal back on?
No, you can't do that.
I don't know.
Not yet. That mechanic has not been implemented. I don't know that it ever will.
Aw, that's unfortunate.
I like seeing all the items and the different skins in this level, though.
Oh yeah, I know, it's not too bad. We have our NPCs, so we have our questing here. That's pretty cool. Love it. I love this statue, honestly.
It's really cool.
Just kind of checking out the statue.
I don't know if this is in our quest path.
It's not.
Aw.
Okay.
Steven likes to avoid the path. That's okay.
This is
we can survive this.
Now this area is intended to be a town stage.
It's a city, actually.
Is it a city?
Yep, city of Aileron. Yep, that's this is at level 5 right now. Yeah.
Do we have the there should be a panel somewhere that tells us that.
You're gonna want to go find a guard to go do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now is this going to be a treacherous path ahead of us? This discarding Fate's Hand?
Yeah, we have some monster packs in here, and there's a few things we're gonna have to do along this quest line that involve
found some
creatures.
Oh, there he goes.
They're cheering my arrival.
Back over here, Steven.
But I like it. All right, fine.
That's all right.
I apologize, friends. Jeff is telling me I must leave you.
Yeah, so I mean, you'll see that the monster density here is probably not what it would be in the actual MMO, because again, this is kind of more of a test for us and just to see how well we can flop back and forth between things.
That jumped into work. That's okay.
Let me talk to these guards and see if they have.
Oh yeah.
It is a city stage. Yeah, it is city. Oh, I'm the mayor.
Well, I mean,
or this account
you've
been using.
You've been. Okay.
There's only 21 developer citizens. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so this is, guys, this is just a very early look at some of the Alpha 1 systems that we're putting in place. Obviously, as Jeff said, we're using the Apocalypse level to try to demonstrate to you just how convenient it is for us to really switch on the MMO game mode and put in these, these are some temporary class kits that we have on these characters. This is showing some of the node interface systems, the questing systems, the NPCs as they're present. We have not really built out any of the...
Steven, where are you?
I'm sorry, I fell a little bit behind. I'm looking at this tower, honestly. I love that. From this perspective, the tower is just huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the cool things about this is that, like, I get to see this sort of as a contiguous, because I'm so used to popping into this map, like, wherever, and to kind of follow the storyline along this path is kind of really neat.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. But we just wanted to show you guys the development on the MMORPG front. And the last time you guys saw some of the Alpha 0 footage, right? Art hadn't really progressed.
First pack here soon.
Is this this a dangerous?
Yep.
Oh, I
Yep.
think
There's-
you scared
oh,
me and I shot
see
you.
the cake.
Come on.
I apologize.
What are you doing?
You told me
thought
we
we
were
turned
gonna
that
fight
off.
something, so I
That's
shot
the
you.
bear.
I think the get out of my city. Okay, here we go. We got some little spider archers.
Yeah, also we got a little bit of the hybrid system going on here. You see us using both tab targeted and action-based skills.
Action
So far, so
attacking.
good.
There we go. All right, I'm swinging on
Okay,
this
see
guy.
some melee going on. Okay.
A little mage getting up in there with some staff attacks. I feel like Gandalf at Minas Tirith.
That patty is 100% plant-based protein.
No way.
Like no meat?
That's plant?
What plant?
It tastes exactly like meat.
That's a Beyond Meat burger from A&W.
That's insane.
Try the new plant-based Beyond Meat burger at A&W.
Actually,
God of the Citadel indeed. Oh,
Your
dear.
talent is wasted.
I know. This foe is not beyond any of us. I like the lasso.
It's actually
You know,
pretty
I
useful.
think I'm damaging you. I think
You are. We did not turn off the TV,
I am
so,
sorry.
you have to be a little bit careful.
I think
with those abilities.
I just threw you off into the wall, Jeff.
It's alright. This takes true teamwork.
I'm just gonna assume that was a mistake.
Guys, this is how we do things at Intrepid. You get to see this stuff live as it happens. And there's whatever happens, happens. You know, just go with the flow. Exactly.
Fix it in post.
What posts?
I'm gonna go see if there's any monsters down this hill.
Good
I
luck.
can tell you that
Don't
there are.
wander far. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff.
You keep doing it. I'm gonna stop.
It was a wall. You were able to circumvent the wall.
This is all what we killed.
No. This fire is friendly fire. Get it?
No.
So, yeah, so, you know, we're working on getting some action combat integrated with the tab-targeted systems.
I'll kite them back.
Obviously, this is extremely early in that regard. You know, we just began really the action combat testing with Apocalypse. And as we are watching and collecting data from those systems, we'll begin integrating them into the tab targeting systems that are already present in the game. So take into account this is a pre-alpha look at the MMO stage of development, and Alpha 1 begins second quarter, I believe. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. That was my mistake. You know, you are capable of handling some little fireballs.
They're pretty beefy fireballs, actually.
Just think about the damage spread I'm doing, right? Like I only do
Exactly.
you know,
that was
damage
like,
to you,
that was
but like
600.
yeah, exactly. Peter, I like how you utilize rocks to like gain an advantage. If I had
I
a
do love castball.
if I had a nickel for every time in an MMO I tried to use elevation to my advantage, I would have like at least 8
Many
nickels.
nickels.
Well, yeah, lots of nickels. All right. Well, see, we went through that pretty easily.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Nobody died. I hope they weren't. They
now
were just little tiny baby
Now we're
spiders.
jinxed.
Jeff, I wonder if these guys have a
No,
little.
it's not part of. It's not part of the routine.
Oh my God, they do!
what are you doing?
No, it's. Can we just? Do we have a pole? Can I buy a pole from
No,
them?
this stuff isn't ready for prime
I
time
need
yet.
the lure though. Where do we get
don't
the
know why
nymph?
we're here.
We need the nymph
We're going to
bait.
continue on down
I'm
the
just
road
gonna
of
keep going.
Aw, that's not fun. Let me see if these people have any nymph bait.
I think my
They do
favorite
not-
farm's
they
over
do
here
not
anyway.
have nymph bait.
Why don't they talk to me? I am friend.
Steven, they're
Speak
set
friend
dressing.
and sell bait. I bet you we could find some worms probably in the mushroom field.
It's possible.
It's possible, but I would say unlikely.
Oh,
What?
and I'm getting left behind. It's okay. I'll come back.
Where did you go?
Peter, did you find the bait?
I did not, sadly, no.
Jeff?
What?
I'm sure many people wanted to see us go fishing.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess we could maybe show them, but it's not ready yet.
All right. Well, we'll save that for when it's ready.
All right.
Well,
Let's stick to the script.
Now, where are we? So okay. just being honest, I may or may not have opened the scroll that we were to deliver.
You come on.
Is the delivery up ahead?
You know
how much
it's
time?
fun because it's playing with Steven and Peter. They break as much as they possibly can. We have
But
these
that's what we're
plans.
supposed to do.
Well, that's right. Exactly.
It's like everybody, let's stick to the plan, let's stick to the script, so nothing goes wrong. And then no, it's like the first 5 minutes we
Are
can't do
these
it.
farmers being paid an honest day's wage?
Yep.
Because they're hard at work out here.
They are through taxation.
All right, very good. Just making sure. This is a beautiful farm, little farm village. I
Yeah,
wonder
this is the
what crops
Fion
are they
van.
growing?
I don't know exactly.
Is
it
that
depends
corn?
on what season that is. I don't think it's corn.
Or as we would say, maize.
Would we say that?
Is that okay?
Is that a thing that we would do?
I think it might be. Oh, I see some danger perhaps up ahead. I'll try not to hit you this time, Jeff,
Okay.
but I make no promises.
I wouldn't hold you to him.
Not many hopes for this one. I did AoE too. Okay, we
Oh,
Jeff.
oh, Jeff.
I'm never taking for you guys again.
Why? We should have turned off the global PvP.
Well, I was supposed to. I really deserve it.
There you go. I blocked those little mycenas from you, providing cover for you. Let me see if I can
As
throw
you
some
can see,
fireballs.
people watching through, the action-based combat. There's some things we have to fix with the camera in terms of targeting and all that, but all that's coming pretty quick down the pipe here.
One thing about the camera, it's really cool switching, the camera in the level between the levels. It's just, you get to see such different perspectives of the level.
Oh yeah. I just love these little mushrooms. I know that you guys have seen these monsters before, and that's because our character and creature pipeline, obviously there's a lot of assets going through that pipeline for the MMO. I mean, literally hundreds and hundreds of different types of NPCs and monsters. But these guys have their animations all hooked up. They have their attacks hooked up from our previous testing, so they're kind of easy to drop spawners in for these for the purposes of actual testing.
Yeah, it's pretty set and forget, which is nice, especially when we're doing prototypes. We don't try to get too complex or put too many new things that will break that we're not prepared for. So
Also, they just look so fluffy. Their caps.
they do. They've got a lot of character for not having faces.
It saddens me when they die and their cap deflates.
Yeah.
How else are you gonna know?
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But it feels like their soul, like their mushroom, their fungus soul is like leaving their bodies.
If we get these have souls.
I like to think so.
It's a deep dive discussion.
Alright, I think we're done here.
I don't know. I
got
I still got a little dude back here. I think.
Peter,
I'll
get back
check.
here.
I'll check out what's ahead. It's alright.
No, get
All
back
right.
here.
Oh, there's the fence. Okay, that's perfect.
No, I got him. I think I got him. Down, you errant mushroom! I will defeat you. Oh, it deflated, so it's dead. I also like how we have no cooldown on the teleport
Isn't it nice?
right now. I like that little dev teleport. This
Little
is a
something to play
beautiful vista over the human village area up ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We've got time of day turned on right now.
What is this
so-
caravan?
Oh, that might be an area
Oh,
quest.
there's an area quest. We're almost there. They need help, Jeff.
Nah, let's keep going.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
Stick to the script.
Some Samaritan.
They'll be there another day.
Very well.
I'm gonna try and see where this guy is. I don't really know where he is in town.
I'm teleporting up to you guys.
He's right over kind of by the statue.
I'm running back to you, Jeff. I don't trust
Okay.
myself.
I will lead you to success.
Peter, your feet are glowy.
He's got them
That
like
is cat
permanently
ball.
turned on. All right, here he is. He's over here.
Oh, God,
Maryland,
I hope he
okay.
doesn't. I hope he doesn't notice the seal.
Oh, Steven.
So I'm to be the one to break the seal, and no one else. Okay.
Steven, you should do our voiceover.
I know, right?
It's so dramatic.
I don't know. I have to check with management.
So in any case, for those of you who are reading along at home, or maybe not reading along at home, we have to intervene with the others. They're apparently going to attack the human city up north, and we have to do a couple of things in order to make sure that attack gets disrupted. So
Jeff,
the first thing we're going to... What?
If I told you I didn't read the entirety of that quest, would it upset you?
It would hurt my soul. Every time somebody tells me that, I lose a piece of it. Eventually there won't be any left.
I'm sorry. I read the whole thing. It was beautiful. I love the statue. Look at all these people are.
And if you have a minute, why don't we go? So why don't we go somewhere only we know?
Cheering our arrival again. Do they have anything for sale?
They might, actually.
They could.
Do we have the shop set up?
No, they should be. But we have things to do.
We have things to do, places to go.
I
Otherwise,
noticed
this
a
will
little
be
bit.
A
I noticed.
2-hour-long video.
Yeah, I noticed that our player movement. Looks like the replication's a little off on that. Obviously, it is
Yeah,
pre-alpha, but-
it's there's some stuff we've got to tune on that. It's the tick rate of your friends are lower in order to get a ton of people on the server, but it's
Alright.
particularly bad right now. We'll be looking at that and tuning that.
All right. Welcome to early pre-alpha look, guys. As usual, you get to see
Yeah.
everything in its entirety.
It'll look even cooler once you guys get your hands on it.
I also noticed, Jeff, that with the APOC, putting the MMO build on the APOC level, we still have some of the chests and weapons and whatnot spawning in the world.
Yeah, it would have taken me a whole crap ton of time to get rid of them all, so I kind of hid the most apparent
It's
ones.
free
and got
loot
rid of
out in
those.
the wild.
That's true.
God, I love the views.
Did we lose
Yeah.
Steven again?
No, I'm just admiring the view.
He's back there.
That castle.
Once we get to the top of this hill, it gets even cooler.
You know, I know a mayor of a local city in this area. See if I can put a good word in for lordship over that castle. See if
You're talking about yourself, aren't you?
Yes. I apologize.
Steven.
I'm trying to get a good view of the castle.
We're waiting for you.
I just want to literally fly the dragon out of that castle. Don't wait for me. I have teleport. Very
I guess that's true.
powerful.
I just want to make sure that, we all get there safely.
ever
don't have
the
a resume.
vigilant tank.
I'm taking a shortcut. Jerk.
Hey, rude. I'm your mayor. Sworn fealty to me.
I think we're getting close to the next update on this quest, so we're going to get to another fight here in just a bit.
I'm sorry, I'm being drawn
But yeah,
yet
actually,
again.
no, it's alright.
to
The
the
top
castle.
of this hill is really neat. I'm a big fan of it.
I've never quite played an MMO that has the views and just environmental amazingness that Ashes is showing so early in development.
It's
Yeah, our
crazy.
environment team is nuts. I mean, they're hard at work right now, just doing even more crazy things. They keep pushing this engine as far as it'll go, and then pushing it further.
It will be mine one day.
I don't know if that's fair.
I think we have some dangers up ahead.
Oh god. There's that spider
Oh, there's a
demon up
spider
there.
demon.
Oh,
Should engage it.
I don't know.
Oh, he's losing.
Weird.
Don't you have it set up so that if doesn't he like go to a lair or something?
No, that's part of the quest, yeah. We're basically chasing him off. He's gonna go and
If I catch him.
set up over there. No, we don't want to catch him you catch him, then
have to fight
the
him.
city will fall. So
No!
we can't let them run. Technically, they're not your citizens. They're your alliance's citizens.
Well, my citizens, his citizens.
This guy's pretty tough.
Yeah, they're a step up from the spiders. Yeah, so we're still looking for, you know, all of the stuff that you'd be seeing from APOC. A lot of it will translate over to the MMO. So when you see Steven, you know, knocking his back over the
Oh,
cliff,
that's a big one.
all that kind of
apologize.
stuff will be part of it. You know, I'm so used to it now, I don't even see it.
This is why I had this at the cap all the way.
I
all the
should
time.
It's like
give
an
you some
abusive
type of
relationship.
like fire immunity skin or something.
Right. That guy's left.
Hey, you charged me that time.
Did I? My apologies.
Okay, I think that did it for that.
Cool. Then we're gonna follow this path north a little bit, and we'll make our way across the river.
So one of the really cool things. Oh, there's nothing here. That's sad. I was hoping
Well, that's
for
because the
something.
spider demon took it.
Unbelievable.
What did
He
he
has
run
no
off with?
thumbs.
I don't know.
He has
No, he
treasures.
doesn't have thumbs.
One of the
Maybe a
cool
little bit.
things about the upcoming Alpha 1 is really getting to see the node system shine. I'm excited the number of nodes that we will have on the Alpha 1 map, not this map, the Alpha 1 map, that we'll be able to see kind of player agency at work. You know, I know Alpha 0 we had, I believe it was 4 nodes, 3 or 4 nodes, that could develop up to stage 3, but we're going to have a good number more in Alpha 1 that are going to have some nice in-depth kind of quest lines and narratives and systems available, and I think a look at the in-node housing. It's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm actually super stoked. We're going to have a really nice web of nodes, so we should see some really interesting interdependencies there. It would be cool to have a couple different servers running at the same time. I'm not sure if that'll end up happening, but to kind of see how things evolve differently on the different servers, because we really need to test these systems. They're very, very complex, and the only way to really test them is at scale. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens there. Steven, where are you going?
I was just looking at this crystal area, but I like the heart. It draws me near.
I know it's really cool. I love that area. But if we delay, the city will fall.
All right. I guess just one little look, and then I'll. It is like it's pulsating. It wants me to come help it. I feel like
You're
there's
listening to
something
the
there.
corruption. You should stop listening to the corruption.
I can't do it. All right, I'm on my way. Oh dear. I love the teleport.
What did you do?
When there's no cooldown on the teleport, I just spam it and go flying.
All right, so I think we got to get up to the castle, and then we'll get our next updates, and then we'll have our final fights.
You know, one thing that continues to amaze me, you know, as our amazing team continues in development, is really just seeing the speed at which we're able to get these systems kind of up and running. And I think Alpha 1 is really going to be a very pleasant shock to everyone in the community. Just how much of the game is present and available for testing after such a short period of time. I mean, I'll admit I'm a fan of some other MMO projects, but it's always tough for me to kind of sit by as 4, 5, 6 years go by from their Kickstarter, and I'm rooting for them. But at the same time, it's just like I cannot believe the speed at which we are able to get something out in the player's hands.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a new experience for me, right? Like I'm very used to long development times and sort of hiding in the hole until everything is finished. So this is definitely unusual but very refreshing experience for me. It's been cool to see people's reactions in real time. Allows us to pivot really quickly when we need to. And it's also kind of neat because not only have we built a lot of stuff in a really short period of time, but we also have pretty robust systems. Like, I was actually pretty surprised that we were able to bring as much stuff over to this APOC level as we did. I knew in theory that it was easy, but to actually see it happen is pretty neat.
Oh yeah, I mean the greatest thing about the Apocalypse standalone is that we get players in the world. Oh, what do we have up here?
Oh yes,
Second
looks like
ambush.
we need to defeat. This is the group that's invited.
My God.
Thankfully, we
I'll
split
stop
up
them.
this party. Oh, you got it.
I'll let you take it. No. Not like this.
No way.
Not like back up. Got my ice pants on.
That patty is 100% plant-based protein.
No way.
Like no meat?
That's plant?
What plant?
It tastes exactly like meat.
That's a Beyond Meat burger from A&W.
That's insane.
Try the new plant-based Beyond Meat burger at A&W.
Nice pick.
I have that.
Yeah, no, that's my actual. Oh wait, that was Joe. Yeah, I got one of them. Peter, when in doubt, count. Speed your away.
There's still a little guy left.
I love the pushback. Such a major damage dealer. Bring him down, Jaffas. There we go. Well, guys, I hope
job.
that you enjoyed this little preview of the Alpha 1 progress, our pre-alpha look at the MMORPG development. We will have a lot more going forward towards that Alpha 1 build, and we cannot wait to show you guys and see you in game. Take care, everybody.
Yes.
Take care,
Take care.
everyone.
All right, guys, that was a very early look at what's going to be coming soon for Alpha 1.
Hope you guys liked it.
Yes. Now, key points to remember is that obviously UI there is incomplete. That's why you didn't see some character health bars. Very placeholder.
Also, we were cheating.
We're cheating? No. Okay, maybe a little bit. But additionally, I saw some comments with regards to FPS, right? And that zone is not optimized for the MMO gameplay, which is why you saw perhaps some FPS issues there. But as we approach Alpha 1, that optimization pass gets done. It'll be in the Alpha 1 world.
Same thing as we're doing for Apocalypse,
Yes,
so it's the same
absolutely.
process.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting to see. I mean, as we show you guys, whoops, I probably turned that up. As we show you guys development and we move forward with, creating these maps and these worlds, you get to see, Peter, myself, Jeff, we're standing behind, we're looking at these FPS from 1 month to the next. It can go from 20 to up to 90, right, in a matter of literally a few days.
Yeah.
And that's because, the way the optimization works for us is, you do feature development, and then when you're polishing,
And you're happy with what you've got.
Exactly. Then you optimize. And that's something that's very important, to keep in mind when you see FPS that might look low for early looks like this, pre-alpha looks at this. It's because that optimization pass has yet to be done, particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.